Hey, it's Webs here with another Hearthstone Mercenary guide, this time to unlock the Finley's Pith Helmet equipment off of the Acolyte of N'Zoth Heroic Bounty. This is probably also going to be the bounty for Cthulhu, so I might end up changing the title of this video depending on when we actually do get Cthulhu. So let's look at the two ways I actually did this. The first one being Fire, where we're using Belinda with Lesser Water Elemental, Geddon with Mark of Conflagration, Ragnaros with Blazing Rune, and Alexstrasza with Amulet of Swiftness. Amulet of Swiftness actually allows you to just finish off the last tentacle super easily and thus allow you to farm for coins if you really want to for Sir Finley too and for Cthulhu. And the other way I did this heroic bounty was to use Pirates. Pirates, I'm using Patches with Arms Locker, Edwin with Black Flag, Mr. Smite with Sharpened Scabbard, and then Cookie for additional HP, Hook Tusk just as an additional pirate, you don't actually need her, and then finally Sir Finley so we can actually unlock his equipment. I'm going to try something a little bit different with this video. I'll show you how to actually use both builds while going up the ladder so you can actually get to the boss, and then I'll show how to actually do each of the builds when you get to the boss itself. So let's begin. Alright, so for Fire, we're going to be putting down Belinda, Geddon, and Ragnaros down for our way up to the boss. And then we are basically just going to be using Belinda's first ability, Geddon's second ability, and then Ragnaros's third or second ability. And then freezing one of the fighters. You want to actually try to protect Geddon as much as humanly possible with whatever you're actually freezing when you're doing something like this. Or whatever one has the most count for each individual type on the encounter that you're actually facing. Now for the boss fight, we're going to be putting down Belinda, Geddon, and Ragnaros. Going to be using the first ability, the second ability on Geddon and Ragnaros, and then trying to freeze. Don't really need to try to freeze here, it's just to put a little bit of extra damage. And then we're basically going to repeat the exact same turn again. And we don't care about taking a little bit of extra damage of Belinda because we actually want her to die so we can actually get a Alexstrasza out. Though if you don't have Alexstrasza, you could purposely just nuke the first wave of ads and then keep the second wave of ads up, or you can actually combo with Geddon's second ability just so you don't have to deal with a 150 tentacle. If you kill them all in one round, you don't have to deal with the big buff up, which makes your time a lot easier, especially for the next build I'll show off. And here one of our mercenaries dies, doesn't really matter, so we can just put down Alexstrasza's turn and finish this off. Technically we don't even need Alexstrasza because of how low it is, but she makes it a lot easier if you do have access to her 100% of the time. Alright, so we're going to be putting down Patches, Edwin, and Mr. Smite down first. And the first turn is basically always going to be Patch's first ability, Edwin's first ability, and then depending on if your opponents will actually attack or if they are spell casters, if you are going to use Smite's first ability or his second ability. If they are mainly attackers, you're going to use his second ability, but if they're mainly casters, you're going to use his first ability. Then on turn 2, we are going to be using Patches' second ability, followed by Edwin's first ability, and also Mr. Smite's third ability. This should allow you to clear out anything your opponent has on the board with this simple combo. and makes your life really, really easy to actually get up to the boss. Alright, now time for the boss fight itself. We're just going to be putting down Patches, Edwin, and Smite. Sure, you're going to take a lot of damage actually from the boss since it does have 25 attack. However, you should still have the HP pool to be able to withstand it pretty well. The only thing you need to pay a little bit of attention here is the fact that you might want to actually prevent the last tentacle from getting buffed up a bunch, just so you have an easier time to actually kill it. And thus you're going to have to rely on dwindling each individual tentacle down to a killable range with the third ability on Patches, or even the second ability. We're basically just going to repeat what we do for the boss climb up. Though here we don't actually get any additional triggers because there isn't anything being spawned, which is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. And then we should just be able to finish this off in a few more turns. One of your mercenaries might die here, but you can just bring in whatever else, and you should have enough ways to actually just finish off this task pretty easily. Now we'll put Cookie and Hook Test down. Doesn't really matter too much. We just need to basically stall out so we can actually get everything to 15 or less and hope they don't target Patches. Because we can use I Captain here, plus whatever else to actually kill everything in the same turn. You wouldn't think eye patches would actually do it, but it actually does count as killing everything in one action, which is really, really nice when it comes to completing this bounty for this equipment. Alright, I hope this guide was helpful for you, and let me know if the included section of how to get up to the boss for each individual build is something worth doing in the future down below. And like always, if you enjoyed the video, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye.